Hello, everyone. This is your Take It to the Top coach, Sharice Taylor, with Tailored for You Enterprises, where we educate, encourage, and empower you to be your personal and professional best. I want to talk to you all today about taking a bite but not eating the whole meal. Taking a bite, but not eating the whole meal. And here's the thing, I am not talking about food at all. And so let me preface this episode by sharing a short personal story. Uh, when you're in music, some of the inflections that you make in between words or phrases are called licks or runs. And it's just like, ah, la 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 la, ooh, little phrases and tonalities, little things that you do with your voice. Okay? Well, early on in my career, I did some singing and dancing in a show. And there was kind of an A and B cast that would switch off throughout the week to cover all of the shows. Well, there's this huge ballot in the middle of the show. And someone from the A cast was watching someone from the B cast do the same song. They had the same songs just on different days. Well, one person who was watching off stage was watching the other performer on stage, and all of a sudden she said, "Hey, that's my lick. That's my run. She's doing my lick. She's doing my run." And I kind of looked at her like, oh, I didn't know that there was like, you could copyright licks and runs and or trademark them or whatever. And I was kind of taken aback. And then as the performer came off stage, there was a confrontation. Hey, you need to find your own licks. You need to find your own runs. Those are my licks. And I just thought it was really crazy. But the situation always stuck in my head over the years. And what I found in music is that sometimes you do find that there are artists or actors or whatever in all walks of life and all professions of people who kind of remind you of someone else. Um, you ever had that experience, a certain band that kind of mimics or sounds like somebody else, or a comedian whose style is reminiscent of Bill Cosby or Richard Pryor or whatever? Well, we are influenced by the greats in our fields, and I think that's a wonderful thing. Imitation is the highest form of flattery I have heard, and I think that's okay. I think it's kind of natural for some of us to take some of the tidbits and the bites, the pieces of people that we admire in our fields and kind of implement them into our own style. And I think that's a wonderful thing. But here's the deal. You want to take a bite, but you don't want to eat the whole meal. So you don't want to become so much like whoever you admire, or the few people that you admire, or the group of people that you admire, to the point where there's nothing unique and wonderful and distinguished about your presentation, about your presence, about your music, etc. So you want to be careful to take a bite but not eat the whole meal when it comes to developing your voice and developing your style. You want people to see and hear you and know, hey, that's Sharice Taylor. Hey, that's Jonathan Smith. Hey, that's Lucretia Moore, or whatever your name is. But you want to stand out as being unique and having your own voice, having your own unique and distinguished presence in your field, your own voice, your own style, your own oompa loompa doopity doo, as I call it. Or I call it the ta-da factor. Ta-da! It's something that flashes and really speaks to who you are as an individual, because you don't want to be a copy. You want to be an original. and you want to be a trailblazer as much as you can. So try to find ways to incorporate the bites. I think that's a good way of us learning and developing our voice and our style. But try to take it and make it your own, because you don't want to be the next anybody. You want to be the trailblazer. You want to make your own name, your own path, your own way. You don't want to be the next this or the next that. You want to stand out as your own man, your own woman. And that's what taking a bite but not eating the whole meal is all about. And so I want to encourage you to take the time to develop and find out those attributes, those ways of thinking, those quirky little things that you do and say or that you have that make you stand out and that make you unique, and celebrate those within your craft. Find a way, if you can, to implement that. I thank you so much for joining me on Tailored for Success. And until next time, remember that the best is yet to come. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.